has been Judgment Day, and the jury has found Sean Diddy Combs not guilty. We're going to talk about what this means. We're going to talk about what happened. We're going to talk about what the government said, and we're going to talk about the way I feel that that jury has failed us. I feel like the jury failed us. I feel like we stepped back 20 years. I feel like they sent a message about what they care about. Celebrity, money, power, influence, flunkies. I feel like this is a travesty, okay? I know that there are a lot of Diddy supporters that are celebrating, but they're not even celebrating for Diddy. They're celebrating that wealth, that depravity, that violence could live another day. They're celebrating that they're idle, that in their beds while they sit there and wonder why their lives turned out, that they're idle, someone they hope for, they aspire to be. Someone that as he gets not guilty, he's not even going to say 2 words to these people.
She's too emotionally invested in this, and I don't know why. I don't know why this Tisa tells the. I discovered her today on the Millionaire Morning Show because the people was like, "Yo, Anton, you got to check her out. She works hard or whatever," and I'm gonna give her props. This woman, from what I looked at, with her being there as a content creator, it seems as though she really cares about her platform and she works really hard at it. But I will tell you that her inability to be objective and her emotional state and getting mad at the fact that Diddy was able to successfully defend himself, and he should not. I repeat, this is my opinion. He should not be spending the rest of his life in jail, is something that they're unable to do. Women are so emotional. They're too emotional. They can't be emotionally invested in something because although it makes for great entertainment as a content creator, it doesn't necessarily make for great decision making when it comes to objectively observing what is happening in these situations.
Are celebrating the fact
now it's ad hominem attacks.
The man, the myth, the legend, someone that they looked up to, that their idol was set free. You guys, let's get into this. First of all, I do want to say I feel for all the victims that came forward, and I feel for all the victims that actually came forward and testified, that put their lives, that shared the most humiliating parts of their life to be picked apart, to be mocked, to be laughed at.
To be given $20 to $30 million, 20 from Diddy and then 10 from the hotel. And again, I'm going to stand on this and I'm going to scream it to the top of the mountain because I know that women are feeling a certain type of way about it, but she was the Bonnie to his Clyde, and she was the one that benefited the most. It was a domestic violence abuse situation, but it is not a racketeering sex trafficking thing. He should not be in jail. I don't know why they don't understand this. I don't know why it's so difficult for them to catch this wave.
In the closing arguments, while the jury was sitting there giggling, while Mark Agnifilo was saying Cassie's gangster and she could take 2 or 3 people, and my heart goes out to the victims that actually came forward. And my heart goes out to the future victims that saw what happened, that saw what money and power bought. And my heart goes out to those people that put themselves on the line only to get this. People are cheering for someone they didn't even know. People are cheering at the fact that someone that
and you're cheering against him. She's cheering against him, and she don't know him either. Does this Tisa Tells chick know Diddy? Because she's rooting against him so hard, and I'm trying to figure out why she has such a vested interest in this.
They would never let their daughter, their sister, their mother, their father, their brother, their friend be treated like that. But again, it is what it is. The prosecution is saying they are going to go for the maximum sentence, which carries 20 years. The judge is charged with sentencing. There's a chance that he could be out on probation. Now, I'm going to take you into the courtroom. What happened? Of course, listen, looking back. So I know what you guys are thinking. What happened? Because I am in shock. You found the prostitution, but that's because there was no way you could get around it. You found the you found the prostitution because there was no way to get around it. But for everything else, the arson, the kidnapping, the beatings, you found that this man wasn't guilty. This puts everything else in the holdouts. The holdouts, they were the ones fighting the good fight. They were the ones that said, no, I think he's guilty of something. But at the end, they went with the group. What is this said? A jury of between 40-year-olds and 71-year-olds, and they came back and they delivered. their view of the world. But when you look at it, their view of the world is why the world looks like it is. It's why the world looks like it does.
She is so angry at the fact that Diddy beat the case that, again, this shows you the bias reporting. This is how we get to eventually people being on the CNNs, the MSNBCs, and stuff like that, to where they are so extreme in their views and they can't help but to have it spit out of their pores, and it shows in everything that they do. You can't get an objective view or perspective from them. You can't get the news, you're getting their perspective. And I guess that's what content creation is.
It's why these monsters can still move forward. They literally use their better judgment to come back and ignore what we have learned about victims of SA, about ask yourself why sex trafficking has not been eradicated. This is the reason why. Ask yourself why victims don't come forward, and ask yourself, right?
We just want to get your reaction. You said he was going to prison, he might be coming home. Just want to get your reaction. What do you think about the RICO?
I think that much like you, the jury very ignorant, acted ignorantly, and have to. No, I'm saying the way you came up on me is ignorant.
Well, I've been looking for you because that's what journalists
well,
do.
baby, here I am.
So, what do you think about the RICO? What about all of the lies?
I think I'm on live right now. Okay, worry about your little channel, sweetie. What's that?
I hope Diddy sued them.
Diddy is still not gonna let you suck his dick, baby. He's going for 20.
Security guard ain't doing a good job.
Baby, your channel's not doing a good job. Anyway, right? Anyway, here we go, right? As we go, right? As we go. Hey, what's up, right? People acting like I'm the prosecution, but baby, they can bring the smoke if they want. They acting like I'm the prosecution. So anyway, you guys, listen, what does it say? Do you see the things that I actually just put up with? These people are crazy. This man literally came up because this man literally came up.
She can't even compose herself. She can't even keep her frame. She's so mad. She angry. She can't even do what it is that she came to do. She's so mad at Diddy, and then she got confronted by who people telling me is this guy named Ratchet TV. I don't know him. I haven't necessarily seen his content. I observed it today on the Millionaire Morning Show, but let's continue.
Up and try to cause a scene because his idol, someone he's never met or known. Again, the level of ignorance that is in Diddy supporters, the fact that they're saying I lied on Diddy by reading court documents, I lied on Diddy by what was going on, I lied on Diddy. This is the supporters they have, and this is the world that we live in. This is the world that we live in. Listen, this is the world. Baby, I am securityed up on all corners. Don't worry, I'm fine. All right, so let's get into what actually happened, okay? They have a verdict on all counts, okay? He was only convicted of the Mann Act, and that is prostitution. Now, this turned out to be what the jury was doing, okay?
All right, you've seen it for yourself. I don't want to get into it too much. Let them do what it is that they do. Credit to them. I always like to link back to the content creator because that's the right thing to do. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Teach Henley, 40% off your first order plus 20% off for life. For all of the women and all of the people and all of the content creators that's beefing with each other now because it's a fallout and they feeling some type of way about the fact that Diddy was able to beat the charges, the most serious of them. And then we're still awaiting sentencing, and I'll be covering that. Let me know what y'all think inside of the comments. Again, make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Teach Henley, 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. We appreciate y'all for continuing to rock with us. Let me know what y'all think about this content creation fallout over Diddy.